Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Jasur again from Shanghai Silk Road. In this video I want to talk about Aliexpress store again. We talked about this before many times on different videos, but we keep receiving different questions on the same topic again and again. So I want to address some of these questions today. Number one question people ask is, can I open a store using my US company or using my UK company? Is it possible? Like I mentioned many times before, unfortunately 2020, today is July the 2nd, you cannot apply for seller account on Aliexpress using your US or UK company. I mean, Aliexpress right now only works with 7 countries. Okay, they have sort of agreement. So what are those countries? Now, obviously, number one is Mainland China. Basically, Aliexpress works with like I said, 7 countries only right now. So Mainland China is number one country, obviously, and you've got several countries in the European Union. Those are Italy, France, Malta, and then Spain. Okay, so 4 countries in the European Union, and then you've got also Russia and Turkey, so that makes it 7 countries. Okay, so meaning if you want to have a seller account on Aliexpress, okay, you either have to be a sole proprietor in one of these 7 countries, or you need to have a registered business entity. Okay, so like I said before, we can help you form a company in any one of these 7 countries, but I keep mentioning that Aliexpress is a Chinese platform. It's a B2C platform located in China mainly. So for that reason alone, I really recommend that you form a company in mainland China, because Aliexpress is kind of more familiar with Chinese companies' documents, and it's also its dashboard kind of in the background, it's built mainly for Chinese companies. Okay, it can be local company, it can be a foreign-owned Chinese company, so that makes it very easy if you use your Chinese company to apply for Aliexpress store. Also, it's much easier to apply for a corporate Alipay account using your Chinese company rather than different other countries' companies. I mean, all these 6 other countries I counted here are listed. So that's why this is what I recommend. If you have a US company, or even if you have a Hong Kong company right now, unfortunately you cannot use that company to apply for a seller account on Aliexpress. Okay, that's done. Number 2 question is, people keep asking, can I send the goods from US or from UK or from different other country? So for example, if I open a Aliexpress store using my Chinese company, newly formed China company, but I'm not in China, can I send the goods from my country? For example, I live in the US. Technically speaking, yes, you can, because in the dashboard, Aliexpress does not restrict you from sending your goods from elsewhere, not from China. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily be China. You can use a Chinese company, and you can control or you can manage your Chinese company from the US. That is entirely possible. You don't have to be here. Okay, and plus that, and next thing is, like I said, Aliexpress does not require the store owners to be in the country where their business is registered. Okay, if it's Italy, you don't have to be in Italy actually, because you can manage your Italian company from the US. All right, this is simple as that, like that. So this is I hope this answers your question. So just to illustrate once again, like I said, we recommend Mainland China company for Aliexpress because it's a Chinese platform. It's easier to open a store using a Chinese company, and it's also easy to open a Alipay for your company using a Chinese company again. Why do you need Alipay? Because when you open a Aliexpress store, the first thing is they ask you to link your corporate Alipay, okay, into the system, so that you are able to withdraw the payments. Okay, so again, using a Chinese company, it's easy to open a corporate Alipay. All right. So that this is why we recommend a China company. So okay, imagine that you register a China company. Now you apply for Aliexpress seller account. Okay, once your seller account is approved, you can start listing your products. Yeah, just a note here, Aliexpress store is not free. Like I mentioned before, you need to pay 10,000 yuan, Chinese yuan, in order to open open a store in one category. Okay, so your store can be in different categories, but 10,000 yuan is for one category only, and it's a flat fee for all the categories. Like you can include for example, clothing, and then you can, if you want to include some electronics maybe, so in that case 2 categories will cost you 20,000. Okay, so this is the way, guys. Okay, now imagine your store is open. Now you can list your products, and then start kind of shipping them from from wherever you are, basically. Okay, it really depends where the product is. Okay, some people prefer like drop shipping by signing agreement with the local companies here, local factories here even, or they sign agreement with different European companies maybe, and let them send to the clients directly from there. Okay, because in the dashboard you can see, you can actually manage the orders, like you select it's being processed or it's been shipped, etc., etc. So once your the supplier or the factory that ships the products, once they ship the product, you can just select it as shipped. Okay, that's it. And this is just like any other store, like Amazon or eBay store. Basically, it's only technical thing. That's it. It doesn't restrict you from sending the goods from elsewhere. All right, I hope it answers this question and clears some of the confusion. And another type of question we receive is some people are interested in forming a company in China, but sometimes they say, okay, I don't need an office, or I don't need an accountant, I just need a business license. I just want to make it clear that it's not possible, guys. Okay, in China it's not possible. We cannot just get you a business license alone, because in China by law foreign-owned companies need to have a physical office space. Okay, so this is number one. It's a requirement, it's not optional. Number two is so yeah, although you might not be in China, right, you are in the US or you are somewhere else, you are still required to file for taxes every month. Okay, every year, every month there are monthly tax filings and there are yearly tax filings. This is a requirement, it's not an option. So that's why our package includes office and accounting. It's a must. Okay, so if you cannot just deduct these things and then just opt for a business license. It's not possible. If we do that, it will be just to illustrate, it will be illegal. Okay, your company will get into trouble for not filing for taxes. And company registrar people normally visit offices because there are so many dodgy businesses or agencies. They just use virtual address, etc., etc. But local governments in China, they know about those companies. Okay, those companies are normally formed for visa purposes. So that's why, in order to avoid or limit those kind of activities, they actually visit the offices just to make sure that the company is real. Okay, it's operating. It's not related to or used only for visa purposes. Okay, so this is why, guys. Obviously, in the European Union, it's possible just to register a company with a virtual address. That's it. I mean, you don't have to have a physical office space. But again, for Aliexpress purposes, I wouldn't use personally a European company, because there are too many restrictions. Okay, you can, for example, using an Italian company, open an Aliexpress store, but like I said, there are so many barriers. Okay, number one barrier is it's going to be a little bit harder to apply for seller account, and plus for corporate Alipay. Okay, it's not going to be exactly like in the case of China company. It's going to be a little bit different and a little bit harder to get that approved for your company. And plus, obviously, the taxes are a little bit higher in the European Union. Okay, so for that reason, I don't really recommend. But of course, it's a personal choice. You can, you're welcome to contact us if you prefer, any one of the countries actually. And we will be glad to help you. All right, so that's it, guys, with the AliExpress questions. If you have more questions related to this topic or anything at all, like doing business in major countries around the globe, feel free to contact us and we'll try to help you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next videos.